Hello, Earle Pughe here. Today I'm once again looking at distances on the guitar, intervals, but this time it's intervals within a chord. So we're going to once again use the C scale on the second string. I did this on a previous video, so please take a look at that. I could use the views. We have a C on the second string, first fret. We have a D, second string, third fret. E, 5th fret, F, 6th fret, G, 8th fret, A, 10th fret, B, 12th fret, and another C at fret 13. So we've got 8 notes. We're going to give them numbers. C is 1, D is 2, E is 3, F is 4, G is 5, A is 6, B is 7, and C could be either 8 or 1 depending on how you look at it. If we look at a C chord, I asked many of my students how many notes are in this chord, and they count the strings and they say there's 5 notes in this chord. Well, it's true that we're playing 5 strings, but there's actually only 3 notes in the chord, C, E, G. So we're going to take those 3 notes, C, E, G. So that is a C major triad. So it'll be a C, an E, and a G. So we can see that from C to E is 4 frets, that's a major third, and from E to G is 3 frets, that's a minor third. If we put these notes, we can play them all at once on strings 3 to 1. We can put the C on string 3, fret 5, keep the E, fret 5, string 2, and the G on string 1, fret 3. So we've got C, E, G. It's not as easy to see the distances when they're on different strings. So C, E, G, C, E, G. Now it turns out that we can move some of the notes around. We can move the 3 around, we can move the 5 around to get different chords. You can't move the 1, right? It's a C chord, you got to keep the C. So we could move the 3, the E, down 1/2 step, and we'd have C, E flat, G. That would give us a C minor chord. So from C to E flat is 3 frets. That's a minor third. And from E flat to G is 4 frets. That's a major third. So both the major chord and the minor chord have within them a major third and a minor third, but it's a different order. So if we have the major third from 1 to 3, and then the minor third, we'll get a major chord. If we put the minor third first from 1 to flat 3, that will give us a minor chord, and then the major third from the flat 3 to the 5. Now we could also not use the 3. But we're not going to just not use it, we're going to replace it. We're going to replace the 3 with the 4. C, D, E, F. F is the 4. So we would have C, F, G. So from C to F is 5 frets. That is a perfect fourth. And from F to G is a whole step, 2 frets. So if we play just the F to G, it's kind of dissonant. But if we put it within a chord, if we put that C below it, it has a very different character. It kind of masks the dissonance a bit. So that would be called the C sus4. We could also replace the E, the 3, with the 2. So we would call that a C sus2. So it would be C, D, G. So we would have a whole step from C to D, and then we would have a perfect fourth from D to G. So once again, if we play just that whole step, that C to D, there's a fair amount of dissonance there, but if we play all 3 notes, it kind of masks the dissonance. So there's our C sus2. Now we're going to go back to the C chord. we'll have a C, an E, and a G. 1, 3, 5. We could move the 5 around. So if we raise the 5, it would be a C, parentheses, sharp 5, or a C augmented. So we would have we'd have a C to E, 4 frets, that is a major third, and then E to G sharp, 4 frets, another major third. So very different sound, just by moving one note, 1 fret. We could also move the 5 down a fret. We could move the 5, the G down to G flat. This is a little bit difficult to finger. And that would be a C, parentheses, flat 5. So from C to E would be a major third, 4 frets, but from the E to the G flat would only be 2 frets. A major second. So once again, there's some dissonance there. When we add the third note, the dissonance isn't quite as apparent. Now, we could also alter 2 notes. We could alter the 3 and the 5. So if we start with the C major triad, C, E, G, we could lower the 3 and lower the 5, and then we would have a C, E flat, G flat, so that would be a diminished triad. So from C to E flat is a minor third, 3 frets. From E flat to G flat is also a minor third, so 3 frets. Then you, at least theoretically, could take the minor, you could lower the 3 and raise the 5. However, what happens is my ear automatically hears a low note. So it no longer sounds like a C chord to me. It sounds like an A flat. It's a different inversion. It's a whole nother video. So we're going to not do that. So, so from this one C triad, we got a C, we got a C minor, C, C sus 4, C, C sus 2, C minor, C diminished, C, C augmented, and C, C flat 5. So from one chord, by moving the notes around a little bit, we can generate a lot of other chords. I had trouble hearing many of these chords when I was younger, but sort of finding them on one string. And being able to see the distances sort of let me know what I should be listening for, and it made these chords easier to hear. So I hope you've enjoyed this video on C chords or C triads, and I hope it makes you think about how you might want to play some of these chords in songs. Have a good week, and I will see you next week. Thank you very much.